Man United, you walk up, you know, had again even for the whole team, one shot on target. It's just.
But do you think he would be better with more quality around him?
But we keep making excuses for him. We talk about confidence, but you still think when you're a striker up there, you got to make something happen sometimes. And what the big clubs have, and United have always had, strikers who can produce something by themselves, even if they're not getting great service. They produce something because they've got quality, they've got a bit of desire, determination, a bit of experience, football intelligence. We don't see that with Highland. So United are up against it all the time. Obviously, he needs a little bit of support, but my goodness, sometimes you've got to just do a bit better. I think he'd kind of he got a ball in the first half on the edge of the box, and he didn't even know he wasn't even in the right body position to take a shot, and he knocks it back. He should be getting it on goal.
So we've talked about this summer, and we've heard this language of being brave this summer from Ruben Amorim. If that means, you know, a big turnover of
accepted responsibility for the team's shortcomings, acknowledging that the issues run deeper than confidence and emphasizing the need for a change in mentality moving forward. Now let's hear what Amorim has to say.
For the game, we had some moments. We are improving the way we play football. We could press quite well, and we had some chances. But then one situation, and you can feel it, the same mistake that we suffered a goal, and then almost in the next play we open our defense for the second opportunity. So we are building something, but in the end you need to win games, and we have that lack of aggression in the final third. You can feel it, but we are improving.
So that urgency you wanted last week, particularly in the boxes, lacking again today?
Not so much. It was not so clear. We have our situations. We cross the ball. We have the second day. We need to be more aggressive because you can feel it that we have
Europa League final on Wednesday against these two teams who have been so desperate in the Premier League this season. What is it? 18 and 21 defeats for Manchester United and Spurs. So who wins this game on Wednesday?
You still have to fancy United. I still think someone like Bruno will produce. I think the history of Man United. What does history have to do with it? I think it carries a little bit of weight. And if you look at our league performance, obviously there's not much between them. They've both been obviously desperate. But I just think come the crunch, come the final, United's history in finals and even winning a few cups the last few years, you'd like to think they have a bit more knowledge around a big game, more than Spurs. But I'm not saying they're confident saying Man United are going to win. I just think that might edge it for them. And I think somebody like Bruno can produce that bit of magic. But then again, if Spurs have to go and beat them, then...
I think on paper, is there more quality, Jamie, in the Spurs team?
I would say, if Kulusevski was playing, I would say for sure. I think he's a massive blow for them. I wouldn't say there'd be a great deal between. It feels like a 50-50 game to this one. I mean, you can turn around and say, well, this player, you have more players getting in one team or the other. I feel that for Tottenham, this is an opportunity to change the narrative, to change the history of the club from being.
I'm not sure changing Roy's narrative.
If they win a cup this year, the
first time since 2008,
it will end up being, because we will forget about that league position. It will be irrelevant because all the celebration will be off the back of that.
What about Ange?
For Ange, it give Daniel Levy one of the biggest decisions probably of his life, because now, will you keep him or would you sack him even after the season? Because part of you is looking at the Premier League form and going, how can I keep him after that kind? It's been diabolical.
Good build-up until the last third, and then we miss something. But we need to work on that. But I think we face the competition in the right way today. We were competitive.
Sorry, is that an issue for the team? Just looking at the squad, you even look at the team on paper and you think it's one that's going to struggle to score goals. Is that something, when you talked last week about needing to be brave in the summer, is that the area, attacking areas? Do you need to add more goals to this team?
We'll not talk about the summer. The good thing is that in the Europa League we are scoring many goals. So now we are going to prepare the game for Europa League. Of course, we have to deal with a lot of things during the summer. But again, today we was a really good game to prepare also the final. Because if we put some players out and the feeling of the last game is there, almost 10 days without playing for me, I think would be a mistake. So I think was a good thing for them to play, to feel that they can do it. We can control the game. We can have possession. We can push the opponent. All these small things, I know for sure that the players are feeling in this moment. But in the end, in this club, in any club, you need to win, and we are not winning games.
Did you learn anything for the final, or do you just have the feeling that it was good at least that so many players got minutes?
No, I learn in every game. Yeah, I can understand. It helped me a lot to choose the starting 11 for the final. So we'll see.
Okay. And did everyone come through unscathed? I guess that would be the first question any Manchester United fan would ask you. Is everyone okay?
Yes, nothing to. Of course, Luke and Mason was the guys that we need to take care of. The other guys are fine. We have 5 days, 2 days to rest, 2 days to prepare, 1 game in the next day, so we'll be ready.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Beaten tonight, but they're hoping they're all going to be fit and ready and firing, full of goals on Wednesday night. Is this the biggest problem for this Manchester United squad right now?
Yeah, it's the same interview that we've heard from the manager. He's obviously frustrated.
It's very difficult for him to
of course,
keep answering those same questions.
Absolutely, I'm not knocking him for that. I'm just making a point about it. We've heard it all before. They don't score enough goals. He talked about aggression. They've had 1 shot on target. No goal tonight. No goal against West Ham. He's talking about obviously Europe, but this was a league game. You got to focus on the league. What we're talking about. Talks about what they can do in the final third, but that's the most important part of football. Obviously, you got to defend properly, and you've got to be aggressive. Like when you look at the goal, if you want to analyse the goal, Garnacho just runs by him. James, he doesn't even tackle him. He doesn't be aggressive. So they have a problem, and they've got no striker. Hoyland tonight looked like the young kid for Chelsea. He looked like he's just come out of the academy. His runs weren't right. His timing, his hold-up play. Again, if you're a striker for playing